Hello there, Flameborn, and welcome back to Enshrouded. Today, I've built this new build for the Necromancer here, which is kind of like a little ruin, maybe Stonehenge vibes, a little bit of a weather top. Basically, I built a little bit of a rock on top of this cliff edge, and then I added the runes on top, as well as a little crypt below for the Necromancer to hang out, which suits his crypty vibes. And yeah, I just wanted to do something a little bit different than the hobbit halls I've been building so far. So today we'll take a tour around the entire build, show you what I've got so far, and yeah, quite liked playing around with the overgrowth tool a little bit more, as well as the decay tool, which is really cool, which is kind of why I wanted to get started with a structure like this. Again, this is all very early on, all starter base related things. Later, when we have unlocked everything and, you know, progressed in the game a little bit more, I'm sure we'll do much bigger and epicer things. But for now, let's take a quick little look. So yeah, my hobbit village is right down there. It's not completely loaded in, but yeah, it's right down there. So we're on top of the cliff, still in the range, right in the corner of the amount of land we have. So that is located right above the small flint mine. So very early on in the game, and I've built this little rock edge here and added my own little crypt on top. Let's see if we can get a good look at it. There we go. So it's just a very simple ruin structure, similar to those that you find in the world, but a little bit more an attempt to make it feel round, and it's been decayed, it's been overgrown. So yeah, it's got a bunch of things going on. And what I especially really like is playing around a little bit more with all the decorations. So we've got a few props already on the pathway up, some gravestones, some tombstones here, and we've got these nice braziers, but especially this pathway I really like. So these are like the big tomb lids or something. I don't know what they exactly are called, the crypt lids. So basically big stone plates, and I've added a bunch of those to make like a winding staircase up to this. So I've placed a bunch of those all the way around, which is kind of the way I started with this build, and I think that gives a really cool effect for a walkway, for a staircase like this, which is still, it feels quite natural, and then landscaped of course around it again to make it fit along the cliffside here and make sure that it still feels somewhat supported. So yeah, that was really fun to play around with. Got some decorations around here as well with these statues and the different braziers to welcome you in. And as you can see here, we've got the overgrowth, we've got the decay going on, and really liked playing around with that because the little stones that pop out and stuff like that just really adds a lot of character to everything. For the rest, it's quite a simple build, not too fancy. I used a bunch of the different stones that we've got unlocked so far, added some decorations of the Necromancer with the cool green flames. There he is. There's the guy just creepily hanging around over here. So we got his crafting station out here as well. Another one of these statues. A big brazier in the middle, because I kind of like the idea that I'm just able to see it from my village down there. So I might be able to see, I don't know if the light will actually load in, but that was the idea, that it could be some kind of beacon. But yeah, especially when you're hanging out around here, even at night, it's pretty cool with all these flames and even the different colors flames. Quite cool. And then you've got this little crypt entrance down here. You can go in. We've got a little bit of the bone structures here as well. We got some of his decorations here to make it feel more alive. There's a big piece falling down there, and then he's got a little table to work at, and then he's got his bed here as well, kind of all he needs. So it's not that big on the inside, but yeah, again, I just wanted to start playing around with the decay tool and with the overgrowth tool and build something a little bit different than all the hobbit holes we've built so far. So yeah, it's not big, but I think it's nice and cozy and definitely a cool place for the Necromancer to hang out. I also really like when the light hits like this and it comes streaming into his little crypt. And yeah, just a decay tool is a really fun one to play around with. That's definitely a great addition to this game. I can't wait to build some bigger castle ruin-like structures and to be able to fully utilize this on a larger scale. But it was definitely a fun little project to get started with and to build this like first little attempt and first little addition of a more ruin structure, and yeah, a little bit more of a different thing than all the hobbit holes we've built so far. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. I'm especially very happy with this pathway. I think that's a really cool one. Definitely want to play around with different decoration pieces and see in what way you can utilize them to build different things than they're meant for. Just, yeah, I think that's a fun way to play around with the tools available. I still need to learn a little bit more about this prop placement. I know you can change the height when you're placing it. You can rotate them, but I'm pretty sure there is a way to also do more movement. I still need to kind of figure out all those little tricks. But yeah, quite happy with the ruins. And as always, I will show you how to build this, or how I built this, at the end of the video. But yeah, I think that is a pretty fun addition. So the next few builds that I still need in this little starter village is something for the alchemist, something for the bard, and also, I guess, for the Lunar New Year, if we're being technical. I think that's all the NPCs we need to definitely give a home to. So yeah, a few more builds probably in this starter village before we'll look to new, bigger things. And maybe by then we've unlocked so much that we can, in fact, start maybe a bit more of a bigger long-term project. But yeah, I'm very happy with the way things are turning out. I added some new things in the town as well. I added this little pen for these bunnies because, you know, more life to the town is always good. And then other than that, we've also got some deer that are walking around here, but I see that one of them has gotten itself stuck, so I guess I'll need to rescue this one pretty soon. But yeah, just a few additions to the town. For the rest, the town has not really changed, except that I moved around a little bit of the decor in some places. But yeah, we're still, you know, going strong. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, of course, if you haven't already. And let's jump into how to build that little ruin on top of the hill. And look at this from this distance. It looks quite cool indeed, doesn't it? You have that little bit of a ruin that you can just about see, although I see the little walkway that I made to get up there isn't always loaded in. I guess not all landscaping, there we go, is loaded in always. But yeah, I kind of like that you can still see the glimpse of the ruin all the way from down here. I really like that. Makes the world feel even more like lived in and alive.